I put together my list of 6 things to do this summer, and I'm going to share those things with you. So if you're in Minneapolis and looking for something fun while maintaining social distancing in this time of COVID, I've got a good list for you today. Stick with me to the end because the last one is something I am sure you're not going to find anywhere else. It's truly original and something I haven't tried yet and can't wait to do. My name is Mary Schumann, and I am a realtor in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and every week I do videos about all things real estate and living in the Twin Cities. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, I'd love it if you would give me a thumbs up, drop a comment, or hit the subscribe button. Okay, so my first option, we all love movies, and the theaters are closed right now. But something that really took me back to when I was a kid is the idea of going to a drive-in theater. And Minnesota happens to have 6 of them that are still open. So the one that I'm going to recommend is called the Elko Drive-In Theater, and that is in Elko, New Market area, which is about 45 minutes south of the Twin Cities. When I was a kid, you could go in and it was pay by the carload. That's no longer the case. They do charge $10 for an adult and $5 for kids under the age of 12. But they're open, and it's a great way to go see a film this summer without being all together inside of a theater. Number 2 is to go to Minnehaha Falls, check out the falls, walk on the trails, hurt your buns trying to climb up the 100 stairs once you're down there and have to get back to the top. And it's also a great way to cool off. If you have kids or if you just want to splash around in the water yourself, there are little kind of beach entry points into the creek as you walk along the side of it, and you could just, wade in there and get cooled off a little bit because I don't think the pools are going to be open this summer. But the great thing is that Sea Salt Eatery is going to be open, and they have announced that there is an app that you can use to order online, and they text you when your order is ready, and you can just come up and pick up your food. So this is something that we've always enjoyed at Minnehaha Falls, is eating at Sea Salt. And this year, probably the only time they're going to actually offer French fries. It's not something they typically do. So jump at the chance and make a picnic at Minnehaha Falls. Number 3 is a good one too. So this is a little bit pricier than going to the falls and eating at Sea Salt, but if you have the chance, you should rent a pontoon and take it out onto the Croix River. If you're not familiar with the Croix River, it is a massive river that makes up the border between Minnesota and Wisconsin. So it's about a 40-minute drive from the Twin Cities to get out to either Stillwater or Hudson. And you can rent a pontoon and just spend the whole day on the water. The river itself is at points over 100 feet deep, so I don't know that I would jump in the middle, but you could water ski if you can get your pontoon going that fast. Or there are a lot of beaches that you can pull over on. We spend the entire day on the pontoon, and we pack a picnic lunch and just enjoy it. So there's option 3. Option 4 is something that Minneapolis is really well known for, actually, and that is biking. So we have a bike service here in the city called Nice Ride, and they have bike rental stations all over the city, so you can hop on a bike and ride and leave it at the next station. But you could enjoy the Midtown Greenway or bike your way around what they call the Grand Rounds here, which is the bike paths that go around all of the lakes in the city of Minneapolis. That would be quite a ride. I think it's about 47 miles just to go around the lakes, but you could hop on the Greenway and just explore the city that way if you wanted to, and then hop off wherever you want, or maybe not wherever you want, wherever's closest to a station, and then grab an Uber or a cab and go do your next thing. Option 5 is if you have a mixed age group with you, so you might have children or senior citizens and yourself, and you want to be outside, check out the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden. They just redid the entire thing about a year ago, and it's really nice. They have all new art. The gardens have been planted, so it's just a great spot to go and be outside. You can picnic there as well, or you could take the bridge up over the freeway and go into Loring Park. And that's another area that's just got a beautiful park and a lake and places to lounge in the grass and a playground for the children to play and stuff like that. So the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden really makes art accessible and touchable. I mean, it's something that you really interact with. So we've enjoyed that quite a bit. And here's a bonus one. If you actually really like going to sculpture gardens, there's a really interesting one called Franconia, and that is north of the Twin Cities. It's about an hour drive north. So head up to Franconia, and that one is huge. And all of the art there is stuff that you can interact with, and they really encourage you to like walk on it, climb on it. Number 6, this one is something I aspire to do one of these days. I really want to, and I don't know why. But it is, it's an experience called Drive a Tank, and it's exactly what it says. You get to drive a tank. There is a place just southwest of the city, about an hour's drive south, where you can book this experience to drive a tank. That one's on my list because it would make me laugh for a really long time, just the whole idea of me driving a tank. So those are my 6 suggested items for you to do this summer while maintaining social distance and having some fun in Minneapolis. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please drop a comment below if you have other ideas. I would love to know of them. And yeah, that's it. Have fun this summer.